Hello, welcome you shut-ins. Today I'm going to talk about finding inspiration. I want to show you something down here. You know, 40 years ago, my daughter Kathy made this and gave it to me. It's made out of soft clay, but I think it's incredibly beautiful, and it's always been with me in my study. And sometimes I forget to look at it, but in the lockdown I've been looking at it quite a lot. A little girl in bed with a teddy, snuggled up, so beautiful. A thing of inspiration. A gift from my daughter. Thank you, Kathy. Now, probably nothing in this house inspires me more than this chair. I love chairs, and we bought this secondhand, I don't know where, but it is a beautiful chair. It is very light, lift it with one finger. It is very strong. It doesn't have the maker's name or anything underneath, and it's entirely beautiful. But wait a minute, I've got a confession to make, and I can make this confession now because my wife Pauline has gone out. So I'll tell you, just between us. Okay, you see this chair, it looks a bit battered now. Now this was velvet here, and this went all the way around, beautiful. And I loved it. But one summer night, I took it, because it's so light, out onto the deck and sat on it. And then I came in and I forgot it. And that night it rained. And this came off. It's not paint, it's kind of like oil. And it all came off, and this started to rot, or whatever it is, deteriorate. And so it's like this. And Pauline doesn't know. Pauline doesn't know I left it out in the rain. But one day, this beautiful chair, so well made, so light and strong, I'll get it refurbished. And then it will really be a thing of beauty. But even now, it's a thing of beauty to me. Okay, well, here's another thing that inspires me. This is my teddy bear. Actually, I never ever had a teddy bear. Never. We used to live near the dump, and a trailer was going to the dump, and this was on the back of the trailer because I imagine the owner thought, I don't want my child sucking on that bear anymore. And it was on the back, and it bounced off, and it went onto the road, right outside my house, and that's where I saw it. And I went out and I got it. And it's been with me ever since. Now that's 40 years ago. But you know what? Women can't resist this bear. Because when I got it, it never had its nose. It was sucked off. And it had two legs then. I don't know where the other leg went. But women get this, and they don't even ask me, and they go and they put a funny face on it and things. I liked it the way it was. But all the same, I appreciate them for helping me, trying to help me. I understand this. And then this jacket turned up. It was completely without a jacket. But however, this bear has been with me now 40 years. It's been without a leg 15 years. It's had the jacket for about 20 years, and I like it a great deal. And when children come, they all like it. They think this bear's got character. So in this time in the lockdown, I can look at my teddy, give it a little hug maybe, and enjoy him. And remember all of the life that we've shared together. This is why I brought you out here, these lovely leaves. And I've been thinking about leaves like this because I've been rereading a book, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It's probably just about the first of the Auschwitz prison camp stories, and he talks about how to survive in terrible circumstances. Here's the episode. So Viktor Frankl's in Auschwitz. He's a doctor. He's caring for typhus patients in terrible, terrible conditions. And one day he is caring for a 16-year-old girl who will die shortly, die that day. And he asks her, how do you feel that your life is coming to an end before it's even started? And she said, well, I feel at peace. And I feel at peace because of the leaves, do you see? And so there was a straggly bush outside the window, but there were some leaves that had been growing with springtime. The leaves have been growing on the tree. She said, I've watched that tree for 3 days, and each day the leaves become more prominent. And she said to Frankl, she said, you know, that tree speaks to me. And he said, what does it say to you? She said, it says to me that I am life, and I'm coming again, and the life in you that is fading is coming again into our world. And so there is nothing to be afraid of. What do you think about that? In this last week, we've watched several very uplifting movies, and I'm giving you my little review because you could search through those hundreds of movies and just give up thinking there's nothing there that will inspire you. Okay, so here we go. I've written them down so I get them right, and these will be on the screen at the end of this clip, so you can get a pencil and write them down in case you want to watch them. Now, if you want a bit of family fun, humor, and absolutely warm and wonderful, there's a film called RV. It's also known as Runaway Vacation, starring Robin Williams. You may like to look at that. That's good for the whole family. It's so much fun. You'll all enjoy it. Right, now I move to something which can inspire you as adults. We saw this week the film The Two Popes. I had no idea what this film would be like. It was way better than anything I thought. And if you've got religion or if you're just a caring person, you should look at this movie because it reveals how these two men came to the position, one of resigning and the other being willing to accept being the Pope, the present Pope, the one we have now. And then the last one is perhaps the most surprising, and that is Inside Bill's Brain, Decoding Bill Gates. 3 parts, 5 hours, really worth it. If you're interested in today and the future, interested in caring, if you're interested in a sustainable marriage, all those things, look at this movie. It's well worth it. Watch it one part a day. As I say, it's in 3 parts. And then finally, Man's Search for Meaning is the book I talked about by Viktor Frankl. It's available through many bookshops and online. It's well worth a read. It's not a very long book, but it is really worthwhile. God bless you and help you at this time of lockdown, and may you find inspiration in surprising places.